Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I am so excited to be joining some other crafty friends in a fun scrapbooking video hop for Scrapbook Your Joy. And what we are doing is scraplifting Sophie Delorme, who is so scrappy, and I'm very excited about this. So hopefully you can see the layout that we're scraplifting. We each picked a different Christmas line to go ahead and use to recreate this particular layout. And I'm just really excited about it. One thing that I need to make sure to mention is that Sophie's original layout was created for the Scrapbooking and Cards Today Winter 2021 edition. And it's gorgeous. Like, it's the perfect layout to scraplift. So we're very excited. I'm just excited for all of it. I think that's all the important stuff I need to note about that part. As for this collection, there is some still available at Scrapbook Your Joy, so I'll be sure to leave the link down below for you, and be sure to check out the links down below to see. I know Moira and Shanna is participating. I'm not sure if there's anyone else, but for sure those two lovelies are. And like I said, we're each using a different collection. My plan is to use this stencil, and that's about as far as I've gotten. I don't have a photo. I'm not sure which pattern papers I'm going to use. I have to find how I'm going to kind of implement those tags in some way. I'm going to get it figured out. I'm almost wondering if I can kind of make this work. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. I'm excited to get going, work, and see what I can come up with. I hope you'll hop along, have some fun watching, and get inspired and scraplift yourself. Also scraplift this layout yourself. We'd love to see it. If you if you take a photo, post it in the Scrapbook Your Joy Facebook group, then we can all see and tell you how amazing it is. I do have this cut apart that's available to me that I might be able to play with. So I'm going to have a look, get going, see what I can come up with. And you're going to follow me along with the process.
The first thing I'm going to do is decide what I'm going to use for the border and my background paper. Now, I want to use both of them being pattern papers. And I sacrificed this gorgeous pattern paper. The back of it is just so pretty. I sacrificed it because thankfully in this collection you get 2 sheets of each of it. And I love the idea of that warm color kind of shining through there. I chose this one with the grid, mostly for the grid. I'm going to cover up the rest of it with the tags, which you'll see in a minute. But I'm also going to bring in that stencil I had planned to use at the beginning. And just kind of lay it down. It's a 6 by 8 size stencil, so I can fit it to go across perfectly where I want it to go in the grid. So there's a bit of interest to it, so to speak. I fussy cut the tags off camera, lining those up, seeing to make sure that I like them and there's enough of them and there's space in the right color collection and all of that, along with one of these little strips of paper. This all came in the cut apart that I was showing you, and it just fell in love, which is totally fine because this is just a kind of fun winter themed layout versus it having to be specific to anything else. It's a photo of me from many years ago. I think either Nora was just a baby or she hadn't even been born yet. So it was quite a while ago, this photo that's been just hanging out in my stash. And I'm sipping on this very large cup of coffee. So I'm thinking that Nora was probably born because I don't think I drank that much coffee when I was pregnant with her. Might have. I don't know. But it was just, and it originally was going to go in that particular year's December daily, and it just never got there. So it's just a photo that's been hanging out, and I'm like, this is going to be perfect. It's already in black and white, so it works against what I'm trying to use. Vicky Boutin, if you've never worked with her before, any of her collections before, they have very warm tones to them. So sometimes it's a little bit tricky to use for me and for personally, because I tend to take a bit of a cooler tone photo, if that makes sense. And so it doesn't always match the vibes of my photos. But when you turn them into black and white, you can make it work because she has some elements of that crisp white. And so you can blend it all together. And the way I'm really tying it all in is I just used a piece of white cardstock as my complete outline border, which obviously is really hard to see when I'm working on a white mat, but there is a white border around the two pattern papers that I started with. I'm now going to go ahead and kind of fussy cut out this scallop border as well, just another little pop of color and a little bit more interest. I'm not trying to throw everything onto this layout and make lots of it, but I just wanted there to be a little bit extra. And at this time, I've pretty much given up on following any more of it being the Scraplift. I got little bits here and there, but not in total. So I'm going to come back live so you can see how this layout wrapped up, as I did struggle with it a little bit, but I am very happy with the end results. So sometimes that's just the way things work, right? Okay, let's check out what it looks like now.
Hey guys, okay, so this layout gave me a little bit of trouble. I love the idea of the tags and that part, which was the scrap lifting part of it, but then I didn't know what to do up here to make it match with the scrap lift, but also make it work for me. And so I finally just said, it's okay. This is the part of scrap lifting that we all have to remember, is you can take just an element and use it to scrap lift. So that's what I did. I have this lovely idea of these fun tags flowing. You can tell that obviously this is the way that the original layout would have been. So I rotated it. My photo with a few embellishments, just some of the ephemera from the collection. And then playing with some gold too. So I have a visual triangle of gold. Those are Simple Stories thickers. And then, so it just says Holiday Joy. And I'll just put some journaling there. But that's going to do it. I am very happy with the layout. It just took me a minute to get it to where I wanted it to go. And that's okay. It just happens like that sometimes. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please check out the links below. See what Moira and Shannon have done, and anyone else that's playing along. We would love to see you and your take on the Scraplift. Head on over to Scrapbook Your Joy Facebook group to get all the details. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everyone.